I wanted to do a video about Jinhao pens because I've bought a few. I bought one, I can't remember the model number, from my mother a year ago as a birthday present, but I bought my first Jinhao pen. Of course, they're less than $10. And that's the popularity of them. If you're getting into fountain pens and you're curious about fountain pens or you'd like to collect fountain pens, and on my channel you can see that I have bought fountain pens in from a range of different prices. One of the first ones I purchased was this X450. I ordered it with a broad nib, and this so we can, so we can get a, and I believe it says Jinhao right there, and X450. And later, oh, this is a pop-off cap. It doesn't post well. It falls off, but the nibs are really beautiful. This is a broad nib, and later I'm going to do a video about why you should use large nibs. I really love italic nibs and stub nibs, and I'm going to do a video about the benefits of using a big nib. But the one thing that fountain pens have done for me, and I've done other videos about this, is improve my handwriting. Some of my nicer pens have fine nibs or medium nibs, and it really has made a difference. Now these three pens right here are 159s, and they're beautiful. A gold, a rose gold, and a silver. And I think they have a medium nib. It doesn't say on it, but the package of three of them was $14, so they're very inexpensive. But they're metal pens. They're metal pens, and this is the one I've been carrying around in my shirt pocket, and it looks really good in my shirt pocket for such a big pen. I believe it's modeled, at least in size, after the Mont Blanc 146. I believe it's similar in size and shape. Of course, it's the cigar style pen, and I could have ordered it in black. That's a little more close to that, but I loved these three shiny colors. I'm going to give the silver one as a gift to a dear friend. And the 159, this is Jinhao. And here on the clip, I believe it's just Chinese writing. And these pens screw to uncap, and again reveal a very lovely two-tone nib. Let's see if I can get that to focus. A two-tone nib. And of course it's a steel nib, but it writes really well. And that's one of the things that I love about the Jinhao pens at this price range, is that they write really well. I mean, you're not losing anything at this price as far as the ability to write with them. And they're attention grabbers, I'll be honest. People will stop me when I'm writing in my journal. And that's the main thing I do with these fountain pens. I carry a nice journal with me, and I write in it wherever I go, and people will stop me to look at the pen I'm using. Now this one that I'm giving to a friend who is a graphic designer, has a calligraphy nib on it. See how it's bent at the end? And I can't wait to see the writing that comes from this one. But it has that calligraphy nib, and I'm also going to include with it the medium nib that came with it. They're very easy to exchange. I think the calligraphy nib, I got 3 nibs for $8 from Amazon. And you just, I won't do it right now, but you just pinch, you get a hold of it like this, and then it just pulls right out. And then the other one goes on the feed, and it just snaps or pushes back in. And anyway, this one I'm saving to give to a dear friend. And so these are my Jinhao pens. I gave another X450 to my son as a present, and I keep cartridges in that one. When my son runs out of ink, he comes to me. I have a box of cartridges in my desk, and I give him a new cartridge. This one I think I have filled with Diamine Oxblood ink, and I'll show you now how they write. So I'll set them aside. Well, what I'm going to do is use, this is my Paper Blanks leather journal, and I love it. It's very nice paper, very nice to write in. And I'm going to just use a page to show you how these pens work. Now, let's just make sure that I'm in frame. Yeah, well, let's do it this way. So this is going to be upside down. So it's like you're looking in front of me. Or should I do it? Yeah, kind of a bit of an angle. So here's my X450, and I'm going to write without it capped. And today is February 1st, 2020. It's Saturday. Now, when I first got this broad nib, it was hard for me to write with. And like I said, I'm going to do a video about why you should use a broad nib or an italic nib or a stub nib. Writing a illustration of my Jinhao pens. And I'll come back. So that's a broad nib, and I'm going to do a demonstration on that. But here is, this is the 159. Diamine denim, very wet pen. I'm not going to smear it in my nice journal. Wonderful pen to write with, as I said, and I write with it uncapped. I'll just, set my cap aside when I'm writing, or I'll put it in my pocket wherever I am. If I'm at a diner or a cafe or someplace having breakfast, and I'll write. I don't take this journal. I have a regular journal that I take out to write with me when I'm traveling. But A, C, B, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, second line, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So for $14, 3 pens like this, you just can't go wrong. This pen writes, oh, it's misspelled beautifully. Sorry, I added it in there, I misspelled that. I'm trying to think of too many things at once. So I highly recommend looking into Jinhao pens. It's a plastic section, but it's easy to grip. It feels good in the hand. The threads aren't bothersome, and the nib gives you perfect distance to write from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, it skipped a little bit, I'll admit. 8, 9, 10. Which I don't mind because I love the results of fountain pens. I always have loved the way they write and the results from writing with them. The section on the X450 has 3 little indentations with kind of serrated grips in them. Makes it nice to hold. The Jinhao X450 is very nice to hold. And see if I can spell beautifully right now. This pen writes beautifully. Beautifully. Ding. So if you're getting into fountain pen collecting and you want to try it out for the first time, a Jinhao pen is the perfect way to go. So if you're getting into fountain pens, these are very beautiful pens, and I recommend them heartily. Sturdy metal pens, beautiful to look at, beautiful to write with. I couldn't recommend them more.